So today I will be speaking about statistics. So in Indiana, as of 2018, it was ranked one of the highest states of poverty with a 13.5% overall poverty rate, with a yearly family income of 2,400. Of that 13.5%, 27% were African American, 15.2% were Asian American, 21.2% were of the Hispanic community, 19.9% were Native Americans, and 11.4% were white. And on the right, I did share a photo, and it was from 2008 poverty rates, but that was the most current photo I could find. And it kind of just shows how a lot of people aren't aware and need to be more aware of the rates of homelessness and poverty that are happening in the state. So Indiana and Tippecanoe County statistics compared. So the U.S. Census Bureau has a site which is able to estimate the poverty rates from 1997 to 2018. So as of 2018, the number of poverty in Indiana was 844,164, while in Tippecanoe County, the number of poverty was 32,114. And they did show a graph of homelessness. In bright green, it is Tippecanoe County, and the black line is Indiana. And you can see that Tippecanoe County, the rates spike a lot for homelessness, and are much greater compared to Indiana as a whole, which just shows that Tippecanoe County has a lot of cases of homelessness. And Indiana, as a rate of 2018, was 13.0% for homelessness, and in Tippecanoe County, it was 18.1% for homelessness. So there's the issues in poverty in Tippecanoe County that they face. So there have been a decrease of jobs, and this was even before COVID, that pushed workers into early retirement, seasonal labor, and or unemployment. Um, and those in these categories are at or below the poverty line and suffer from food insecurity, in which Tippecanoe County actually has the highest rate of. So the USDA defines food insecurity as a lack of consistent access to enough food for an active and healthy life. And those that suffer from food insecurity resort to federal aid and or food banks, but some make too much to receive these aids. And I also came across an article from the Journal and Carrier, which speak of a Tippecanoe County family with 5 children who barely are able to make ends meet. They survive with just one single income since the mother didn't finish school, but yet make too much for federal aid and are suffering immensely. They don't like to use food banks, but they do so to make sure their family has enough to survive, and so they won't become homeless and become one of the numbers in the chronic homelessness rates. So some other issues um, include during the start of the pandemic, where the CDC passed the eviction moratorium, which allows people who are unable to pay rent not have to due to COVID, and will not be evicted. But currently in Indiana, it was lifted, and the eviction moratorium helped to curb homelessness. But like I just said, it was lifted in Indiana. And due to it being lifted, this left the LTHC, which is the Lafayette Transitional Housing Center, have an increase of clients, and without enough resources to help the thousands in the county, it left many homeless. So the rate of homelessness since it has been lifted has increased severely, and many are able to find jobs.